David, tell me about your company.
My company is called About Catering. I started it in 2002. We primarily were set up to use contracts, do contracts in clubs, and our first yacht club was the Royal London Yacht Club. And from there I then developed my outside event business to do weddings and corporate hospitality. We then acquired the contract at the Royal Corinthian Yacht Club, and from there moved on to Bembridge, and then this is the newest contract at the Seaview Yacht Club. Corporate hospitality, as part of my business, is probably about 40% of sort of annual trade, of which most corporate hospitality is in the sailing season, and most of it that between sort of April, so Easter, through to probably the end of October now.
So which island venues do you work with? Is it just for clubs, or do you do events?
There's the 4 yacht clubs as a venue on the island, and there's we're the official caterers at Osborne House, so English heritage sites. So we can work at Yarmouth Castle or Carisbrooke Castle, but the main one is Osborne, being the Durbar Lawn and the beach. We also are the only caterers at the St Max Aitken Museum in Cowes, which again is a regular sort of venue for corporate hospitality and entertaining. Our clients are mainly large companies that are usually sponsoring an event, and they use us to look after their corporate hospitality, any event work they need doing, any perhaps large deliveries of food and staffing to perhaps yacht charters, etc. So we've got a wide range of sort of customer base. So.
And what sort of numbers do you cater for at these events?
Well, we pretty much cater from anything for sort of 12 covers right the way through. Our biggest event of any year was 1,800 people sat down for dinner. So, and that was a 3-day event. So, quite a large spectrum. On average, most hospitality work we're doing is around sort of 50 to 100 covers, I should think. The island is a great location for hospitality. It's separated obviously from the mainland. It has that stretch of water, so people think they're coming away to somewhere almost abroad. It has quite a nice environment as well, a little bit slower, of course, pace than the mainland. And there's some great venues as well that can be used for hospitality. The style of events that I work with that are good for corporate hospitality are Cowes Week, and the Jazz Festival, which has been happening at Haven Street for the past couple of years. That's a great place to sort of entertain. It's a very sort of laid-back environment as well. But Cowes Week, I should say, is the main event of the year. Mm-hmm. So the biggest sector for us that offers sort of the opportunities for corporate hospitality are sailing, definitely. So they're usually all sailing regatta based. Yeah.
And how's the market been over the last couple of years? Has it been difficult?
Yes, it has. Companies have been looking for different ideas as to how to entertain, and different ways and of perhaps offering something that's better value to my clients as well, is what they're looking for. So, but this year seems to be picking up. There's more advanced orders than we've had last year, so it should be a good year this year.
So have you had to adapt what you offer to companies to suit their changing requirements?
Yes, we have. Yeah, we've had to look at different menus, different things that we can offer, different levels of perhaps the different styles of service, perhaps different venues as well offer sort of different challenges. So we've had to adapt. Yeah.
Do you think the island's major events do enough to attract corporate hospitality?
I think the island's major events perhaps aren't doing enough to attract corporate hospitality. I think we're still seen to be the Isle of Wight, and perhaps we can't perhaps offer something that the boys in London are offering, but we certainly we can deliver the same quality service. So I think perhaps they need to put more emphasis on the fact that we can offer a very, very similar service to what they're getting in the city. I'm looking very much forward to the future, and so it's positive. I mean, there's more bookings than we've had before. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be a good year.